What's up, Madden 25 gamers? Today we're going to be taking another look at the scheme of the week, offensive scheme of the week, and this is going to be video 1. It's actually a remake of a video I did prior, and all these videos are going to be redone for you guys. I really apologize about the glitch that was going on with the software, and then this is kind of going to be served as the test video. As long as this video goes over well, we'll be good. I really do apologize. I know that it's not fair to you guys to have to watch bad quality videos, and it's my fault for not making sure that those videos were done correctly. There was really nothing I could do about it. What happened was the computer that I was using, I ended up having to get a new hard drive for it, and it just when I went to record the last 6 videos, I believe it was, all of those videos were laggy, and I didn't notice it until they were uploaded, and there really wasn't anything I could do about it. I went to the settings to try to change them, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to redo all those videos and take those videos down off the channel, because I don't want to have bad content, bad quality on my channel. So, anyways, let's get into this scheme of the week introduction and depth chart and stuff like that. I actually took a look at this and actually think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be a little better for this offense and defense that we're going to be talking about today. So, let's get into this scheme of the week. Alright guys, so the base play out of the shotgun doubles that we're going to be using in this offense is going to be the Texan out and up. That's the base play, and we'll talk about a little bit more how to run it. But the autos I have are the corner strike, the strong flood, and the double sluggo. I ended up taking the Texan dig out of my autos if you guys saw that in the last video, simply because it's just not efficient enough. And then I also have the mid draw for situations where they're playing maximum coverage defense. So that's the shotgun doubles. The shotgun tight doubles, I run it exactly the same that I was breaking it down. And you just want to substitute bench in at this pass audible, and then you want to substitute PA wide receiver cross. You need to do this offline if you want these to save. And we're going to have a tutorial coming to you guys soon on how to set your custom audibles in offline. It's actually going to be the tip of the week this week. And then our quick pass formation is from the split Texan. We got the slot seam. We also use the slot post, and then lastly, we use the wide receiver corners. We leave the draw in there because it's actually a really good run play to use. The X Factor formation is still going to be the single back wide trips. I did make one adjustment, however. We're going to leave the PA slot wheel in the audibles, and then we're going to sub in smash, and then we're also going to sub in the double China concept. We're going to be able to use from that, and then we're going to sub in the halfback weak dive. So you see, these are the plays we're going to have out of the trips, and that's our X Factor formation. You could also use the wing trio or even the doubles, but I think that the trips is the best. The doubles isn't too bad because we got the PA slot crosses. We could put the stretch in there as a run audible, and then we could use this goal line fade play. We all know how effective the fade play is this year. And then you could use something like this pump draw or sluggo seam, or just figure out something. Levels divide, I'd probably use that. But for me, it's the wide trips, and I'm going to be breaking down how to use the wide trips. Also, the tight doubles I was actually considering, but they don't have the main play that I like to use out of that. So we're not going to break it down for you guys in this playbook. We'll probably get to it at some point. The trips tied in with my 3-headed rushing attack. Still going to be using that counter and that inside zone. Those are really effective running plays. I debated on keeping the mid-draw or not, but I'm actually going to have to take that out and put the PA slot corner in. And then I like the slot quick flat because I have that slant out to the outside. And then the last formation we're going to look at is our zone beater for the shotgun bunch. We like to put in the Z spot, and then I also like to put in, and I debated on this. You guys, I'll go back and forth with this all year. Am I going to use the verticals? If I can find the verticals. Yeah, the bunch verticals with the wheel routes, or am I going to use the verticals, or am I going to use the flanker drive? I've gone back and forth, but for this breakdown, we're going to talk more about the flanker drive. I feel like it's going to be a better thing to use in combination with everything we're going to be doing on this offense. So that's the audibles, and let's break down the base formation again for you guys today. So the base formation, we kind of touched on it when we talked about this before. This is for some of you guys that are new. With Dallas, I like to have Terrence Williams in the slot. Some people like to sub in, Cole Beasley or James Hanna, one of the 2 tight ends. You could use a lot of things here, but I overall like the Terrence Williams in the slot. He's a playmaker and a half. So like I said, our base play is the Texan out and up, And what we're going to do is we're going to just run this against some random plays. You're not going to be able to read the defense. You know, you're going to have a kind of a theory, and we're going to talk about reading the defense a little later. But this is a nice formation. We can see where we can attack the defense, where the defense is weak. So in this situation, you know, this would be a situation where we could run the Texan out and up. And what we want to do is we want to put Des Bryant on a little drag route. We want to put DeMarco Murray on a wheel route. And then we could either put Miles Austin on an out route, a curl route, or a comeback route, depending on what you like to throw. I personally like the comeback routes this year. At the snap of the ball, your first read is going to be Des Bryant, and you see against zone coverage, he's going to get wide open over the middle. The beauty of this play is the quarterback spies and stuff. People will use quarterback spies to stop the drags. If you throw it fast enough, or if you wait on it a little longer, it'll still be wide open. And then here, if they run a man coverage, a primarily basic man coverage concept with no zones on it, you see that DeMarco Murray is going to be open. He's actually our second read. Our fourth and fifth read on the play are the out and up routes. You see they're going to crush man. Jason Witten's route really kills man. And it's an easy progression. We go from reading the right side to the middle, and then now we're going to finish off with the left side. At this point, the comeback's going to be breaking back to the sideline, and we're going to be able to pass lead down and hit it against most coverages in the game. It's going to beat man. It's going to beat most of the zones. Just make sure there's nobody in front of him. If there's somebody like close to him, so maybe this might be a good example out of the cover 2. You see there's nobody close enough to get in the way, but if they call like a cover 2 sink or something, you'll see you see cover 3, they can't get in the way, but cover 4 is potentially in the way on this play. Alright guys, so the next read the next play we want to talk about is the double Sluggo. And the first read on this, just like in the previous video, is going to be the drag route to Williams. Williams' drag route is really going to be a headache to stop, and the reason is because it's going to be man and zone, and it can't be bumped, so the timing is going to be the same the whole way through. You just want to pass lead up about 3 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, depending on if you're trying to lead him upfield or straight across. But his drag route is money. You see it's going to be a quick 3-4 yards every single time. And it's going to be tough to stop. If they do have somebody in the way, though, you want to go ahead and get rid of the ball somewhere else. Your second read on this play is going to be Jason Witten. It's a high-low read. You see that right there. If you just throw it right before he breaks, he'll almost automatically get that jump animation. And that's what I like about it. Right there. And you see that it's difficult for them to intercept it. The only time you're throwing this route, guys, is in one-on-one situations. Just something like there. It's going to beat the man. It's not going to be as good against zone. It's going to serve as like a clear out for the drag against zone. That's why the drag is the first read. But sometimes they'll come down on the drag and we can hit the in route. And then the last reads on this play are the Sluggo routes. And what we're going to use here is a concept we like to use in Madden 2013. It's called route anticipation. Basically, they're going to go to the inside and then they're going to cut upfield. It's like a double move. So what we want to do is we want to hit them right about there, and they're going to have that inside position against underneath zones. But against deep zones like cover, man under, or something like that, you see right there, and you see you're going to click on and just continue to cut off the route. You're just going to lead him to the ball. Don't try to get fancy. You're just overrunning the route so that he gets the catch animation on the slant. And it's basically like a slant route, but it's a little bit better, and it has that the delayed, like if you wanted to, so say they're in cover 2 sink here, pass leading to the inside, click on, you got to make that catch. That's just a bad user play by me. For some reason I held triangle and he did not want to react to the ball. But here, let's see if we can get an example. So here, cover 2, you want to throw it a little later on there, but it's normally open. Let's take a look here. Now we got cover 2 man under, and that's why you don't want to wait on that. So, like I said earlier, if you read it's man, you're going to be hitting this route right there, and it's going to be tough to stop, especially if it doesn't get pressed. If it doesn't get pressed, it's almost money. Just throw it right there, and there's not going to be anything they can really do about it, man or zone. If it gets bumped, that's really the only problem with it. But you think about it, if it gets bumped, normally what that's going to mean is that the drag's open to Williams, typically. But say it's not and it gets bumped, you just want to wait a little bit. Sometimes the pressure's too hot, as you saw there. Sometimes there's too much pressure to be able to hit it hot enough. But it's just a route you got to work on. Alright, that's a double Sluggo. It's not used a ton. It's more times than not, if they're off coverage, that's when I call this play. And I just throw the slant or the drag. Just go from the drag to the slant is my main read. If they're press coverage, you see the drag's still going to beat this dude. So that's my kind of my safe read. The next play is the halfback mid draw. In situations like this where you have more linemen than they have in the box, you just want to run the draw. Normally you'll get 5 yards if you call it at the right time. Sometimes they'll be sending a zone blitz. The Niners are really good at block shedding, but normally it's a good call. Next play is you're kind of a blitz beater from this formation. We like the strong flood. And what we want to do with this, we want to put Jason Witten. Wow. 1 second, guys. Okay, so what we want to do with this is we want to put Jason Witten on a zig route. Okay, and then you could put Williams on a streak, or you could put him on a 5-yard out route, or you could put him on a drag route. You could do really whatever you want with him. But I really find that the 5-yard in route is best for this play. At the snap of the ball, what you're going to look for is if they don't go at the running back, you're going to have that snap throw. Basically, what you're looking for is a cover 2. So if Dez Bryant gets bumped, and you could tell that it's zone, then you're not throwing there. But other than that, this route is money. You see, they just don't, it's going to be a quick 4. So just say in theory, DeMarco Murray's taken away, even though he normally isn't going to be taken away at all. Then you have your next read is going to be the zig. It's going to beat man every single time. That's what I like about it. It's a guarantee that it's going to beat man coverage. Okay, and then if you want to, your third read is going to be Williams coming across the middle. And like I said, it's a really good route. It's like a deeper drag route. It's still going to beat man coverage, and that's what I like about it. And not a whole lot of people run routes like this, so we can use that to our advantage. Another thing it's going to do is it's going to hold, as you saw right there, it's going to hold the middle linebacker in the middle hook zone. It's going to hold those middle hook zones down so that we can complete our fourth read on this play, which is our in route to the other receiver. You see, it's going to have that inside position against man coverage that we can use to our advantage. And then against zone and man, this deep in route to Austin with a pass lead down is going to be able to beat that guy. So here, got to have a little time to do it. Normally, you're going to have, like I said, if I wasn't trying to just go through my progressions here, I would have got rid of the ball to the running back there, but just trying to show you this. Pass lead him down. You see, he's going to body him up and really take over there. Now, this situation, the last read on the strong flood is I don't have enough time to throw it. The last read on the strong flood is the deep post to Dez. It's basically just a user catch, and it's going to beat every coverage in the game. No coverage can stop this play. They have to either user guard that route or have a heavy pressure blitz before the route breaks to the inside. But you see, you're going to break to the inside, you're going to click on, and you're just going to go get the ball. It's not going to look too cute, to be honest. It's going to look like the computer's doing it, but in reality, it's important that you over-exaggerate it, run over the ball, and hold triangle while you do it. You don't have to hold L2 in this one, but you see, he's just going to get that inside position, and that's what we like about that, and there's nothing they can do about it. Last play, guys, is the corner strike. What I like to do is I like to zig the tight end and the slot receiver, and then I like to also put my running back on either an option route, a curl route, or a streak, depending on my discretion, but right here we're going to show a streak. First read on this play is the tight end zig route to see if it's going to beat man or not, and if they're man, normally that's going to be open. Alright, the second read on this play is going to be the running back at the point of intersection with the tight end. So in a situation where they're in a zone, the cool part about this, if they're in zone, is Murray is going to get open in that situation. See here, and then a blitz. You can just dunk it out to the backfield to him. Okay, so that's why we use the streak. And then the third read on this play is going to be Teddy Williams coming on the left slot when he breaks to the inside right there. You want to throw a little earlier than that. I apologize for that. But what we're in theory doing is we're going to look right. Okay, no, yes, I have that against man coverage. Get the ball to your playmaker in space. And then the last two reads are, of course, the corner strikes. Basically, I like to read them. You're just going to pass lead them up into the outside. So if you're throwing it to the right, you're going to pass lead at 1 o'clock. If you're throwing them to the left, you're going to pass lead at about 11, maybe even 10:30. That kind of a pass lead in terms of if you're looking at a clock. But you see it's going to really do a good job of beating man. You don't want to throw it early, though, because that could happen. You want to make sure you're sitting in the pocket. If they're blitzing you, and that's why you had those three quick reads at the snap for situations where they may be blitzing you. So here, the zones just don't cover it, and you see you can get to the outside there. I like to throw the C route to the wide side of the field. I will say that's a tendency of mine. But every now and then you want to mix it up and throw it to the backside. But you see, absolutely just crushes man. You just want to wait till he breaks to the outside and then throw it with that pass lead I told you earlier on. But that's pretty much how I run the base play, or the base formation, really. I have everything I need in. I have a zone beater, a man beater, a max coverage beater, and a blitz beater in this play. So in this formation, so theoretically you could stay with this formation all game, or you could go to the heavy man beater, heavy zone beater, heavy rushing attack, and heavy blitz beater that we're going to talk about a little later on in the guide. So thanks for checking out the scheme of the week. Also, thank you guys for your support. I know a lot of you guys probably caught off guard when all this crap happened with the YouTube channel and all the videos were bad, and I really do apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'm really sorry about that, guys. It really isn't. There really wasn't a whole lot I could do about it, and it's just a big mess because it's going to push the ebook release date back. Because all the videos I recorded with the ebook ended up, they of course had this lag with them, so I'm going to redo all of those videos. It's good for you because you're going to get a better, more fine-tuned ebook, but it's a lot more work on me. So just trust me, guys, when I say that I am working hard on this YouTube channel and the videos I put out. Lastly, guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And then also, if you guys notice anything wrong with the video, anything that I can improve, if the quality's not up to your standard, let me know. And then if you can give me a suggestion as how I could improve it. The main thing I'm looking for right now is just to make sure that the video doesn't lag during the middle. So if it's fixed, let me know. If it's not fixed, let me know. I really appreciate it. And then lastly, if you're new to the YouTube channel, you don't know what I'm talking about, you just kind of were here, you just kind of showed up, you want to follow me on Twitter. For the latest updates regarding the YouTube channel. When stuff like this happens, I tweet out, hey, I'm working on this, guys, or whatever, and I understand, and it's like a mass tweet to everyone on the channel. So it's a nice way to get involved with the channel and be a little bit more informed. And then lastly, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video or you feel like this video helped you, or you're just excited to see the channel's videos actually higher quality. I know for the last 6 days they have not been up to my standards, and I really apologize for that. If you guys just are really excited, share it on Twitter, guys. I always appreciate people who share my videos on Twitter. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. We'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully this stuff sorts itself out, and this is the last time we have to deal with it. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate all the effort you guys put into the channel. It makes me work even harder. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you later.